I thought I'd sit down and film kind of like a soft glam Valentine's Day / romantic makeup look because 'tis the season. So I don't think I'm going to use any highlight, dare I say, in this tutorial, but I have put moisturizer on, so I'm already quite glowy from that. I'm going to zoom you guys in. So I'm going to start, like I said, it's going to be quite matte from Milk Makeup, and it's a mattifying primer. I do have combination skin, so I do get quite oily. It just looks like that. I guess life updates. First of all, I have a full-time job. I signed for a full-time job when I graduate, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I'm working at Volvo. Culture there is very balanced and relaxed. I know a lot of automotive companies are like the opposite of that and very high-strung, and maybe you're more stereotypical car industry when you think of that. But Volvo is not, and it's really a small company, and I've really enjoyed working there when I did my internship there, and I'm really happy to be back on the team. I'm working in the product and technology department. I just did color corrector under my eyes. I'd like to talk about this foundation. It is from the drugstore. It is a Maybelline Dream Radiant Liquid Foundation. It says hydrating foundation, but don't let that scare you. With oily skin, I feel like anything that says hydrating, I'm like, oh my god, no. This makeup artist I follow, Makeup by Kellyanne, she's awesome. I'll link her details down below, but she recommended this and compared it to like Giorgio Armani foundation, which is pretty wild. So I had to try it, and since then I've put so many people on this. It just looks like natural. It looks like your skin, but better. Just put like a little bit on my hand, and this might be a tad bit dark for my face, but we're gonna work with it. The only thing about drugstore foundations is that the shade ranges truly suck. And so then you're forced to go to Sephora and buy just a better, like a more expensive foundation because you just can't find your undertone, and it's not inclusive to a lot of skin tones, so it's kind of a shame. If you're gonna take anything from this video though, it's get this foundation, because I can't even believe it's a drugstore foundation. I think it was like $15. So do you see just how it just looks like my skin? It's giving me a bit more coverage where I want it. Holy Girl NARS concealer. Cover these bad boys. What else have I been up to? School is in full swing, my last semester. Very excited to be done. Taking some interesting courses. I'm taking a therapy course that's really cool, and it's like part of my grade is assessing these like actual therapy sessions that she posts these videos of these therapy sessions, and I have to review them and critique them. And it's just so entertaining. It's like watching TV because you get to watch people just like spill the tea on things about their life. Anyway, it's really fascinating to learn about therapy and different types of therapeutic procedures and which technique works better for which type of disorder people might have. I'm gonna go with my trusty Patrick Ta contour duo. This stuff is so good. This contour shade especially is amazing. Go with the cream first, sculpt out your face, and then follow that with the bronzer. I'm also really excited to take this sewing lesson I signed up for. I've never seen like an in-person sewing class before, so I walked in and I was like, please take my money, sign me up. And the first class is making a pillowcase. And then the second class for beginners is making a tote bag. So I don't know, I'm so excited to learn how to sew. I want to do it so bad because I'm so short. I'm like 5'1", 5'2", if you want to be. I have to basically get all my pants I buy from stores or order online altered. I have to get them shortened, and it's really annoying, and it adds up. I think that's all the cream I'm going to do. So you can see that contour just kind of sculpted, define my face a bit more, especially in the nose. You can see this lighting. I'm gonna take Laura Mercier loose powder and kind of set my under eyes and my T-zone. I'll probably maybe layer it with this Charlotte Tilbury one as well. I'm gonna take the bronzer part of this on a fluffy brush, swirly swirly, this NARS Laguna bronzer is a mini one. This is a bit more, less warm toned than the Patrick Ta one. I just want that a little bit more here so we get a bit more definition from it. Fluffy brush and ever so slightly do my nose. Take your nose contour up from here into your eye socket. Makes it look way more natural. And then this color in my crease. I'll forever always put my bronzer in my crease. It's just, especially if you're doing your nose, it just makes it all cohesive. What else is due with me? This past weekend, I drifted into a snowbank in my car because my winter tires are so shit. I basically forgot to take off my winter tires in last summer. So I had my winter tires on throughout the whole summer. And basically we had this Collingwood weekend up north, and the roads were just so bad and so slippery. And I went to take this left turn and I was just drifted right into a snowbank. This van pulled up right when it happened because I couldn't get out. And then these like 8 really Canadian looking guys with beards were like, "Do you need help getting out of this bank? We can push your car." And I'm like, "Yes, please help me." This is, by the way, Laura Mercier, Bellini. So yeah, a van full of men came to my rescue, super Canadian. Could have been a commercial. It was like a blizzard outside and they were pushing my car and that didn't work. And they eventually had to get their friend to bring their truck to hitch onto my car and yank it out of the snowbank. Anyway, very grateful for them. They saved the day. I wish I could have given them money or something, but I didn't have cash on me. So I'm gonna try to get those tires changed because that was a wake-up call. I'm gonna even take my trusty Glossier blush in the shade Storm and just like do a touch of it on top. Why is that line showing up? That is so strange. Like, what are you? What is that? That is weird. I've never had that happen to me before. I think it's the lighting because it doesn't look like that in my mirror. The lighting just keeps going from really dark to really bright, so I apologize. You can't see the work I've done. Lately, my eyebrow lady, who I trust with my life, filled in my eyebrows really well the last time I went, but she did such a good job, and so now I've been filling in like the sparse areas like this front here and kind of going underneath. I'm still not the best at it. So I'm gonna do a line under here and then lightly, very lightly kind of carve the outsides and then brush it out. I won't really fill in the middle because it's already pretty full. This also takes full concentration. So I'm gonna set my eyebrows with the matching Benefit Clear Gel. I'm getting closer and closer to planning my Europe trip. So I'm going to Europe for a month in May with Garrett. I'm so excited. We have booked our Paris flight. Can't remember if I've told you that or not. And we have booked our Paris Airbnb. And we have booked our Amsterdam hotel. And then we're going to Prague. And then from Prague, we're going to fly to Milan. I think we'll be in Italy for the shortest time of the trip. But from Milan, we're going to go to Barcelona, which we'll probably spend the most time in Barcelona. So excited to see it. It's gonna be such a fun trip. I'm so excited. If you have any recommendations or you're from there, any of those places I just listed, please let me know what I should see or where I should go. I'm gonna do my eyes. I'm gonna use this OG Natural Eyes palette. If you know, you know. I still haven't hit pan on any of it miraculously, but so I'm gonna go in with Cashmere Bunny here in my crease. I think my favorite feature on myself is probably my eye shape. I really like the shape of my eyes. It's perfect for eyeshadow. I have lid space and I just like the shape of it, and I'm gonna play on that today with the Valentine's look, try to make it kind of more sultry, I'm gonna do like a winged liner. I feel like a lot of makeup is evaluating your face and what needs to be covered and what needs to be corrected. But it's important to also look at your face while you do makeup and remind yourself of the things you love about your face. The Sexpresso shade here, the darker shade, lightly tap into that. And then this is going only in the outer V, so that's giving it a bit more dimension. And then blend it. One of my favorite shades in this palette, the Heaven shade, and put that on the lid. So this is like a really easy eye look. Anyone can do this. So it's making the eye pop a bit. Just define the crease a bit more, and then going in again with Heaven. I'm gonna do it with my finger this time. Also, if you hear children screaming in the back, there's a school right outside our house and it's recess right now, so the children are out and about. I'm going to now take fluffy brush and do the underneath of my eye very lightly. And then I'm gonna be brave today and I'm gonna attempt winged liner. I think a nice wing is a good addition to a Valentine's Day look. So it just like lifts the eye. The hard part is matching them, so this is the moment of truth. Look at me thriving under pressure. That's not terrible. Curl the lashes. I always use drugstore mascara. I just think they're just as good as the high-end stuff. This is the L'Oreal telescopic one with a really teeny tiny wand. And then we're just gonna touch it lightly to the bottom. Ugh. I touched my liner again. Fuck. What are your guys' Valentine's Day plans, if you have any? It's on, I think, like a Tuesday this year, isn't it? It's like not an ideal time. I'm going to put a little bit of this like nude liner in my waterline to brighten up the eyes a bit more. Heaven shade, give it some brightness. I'm also gonna do it on the brow bone. I feel like it needs a bit more of a rose tone to be considered Valentine's Day. So I'm taking this nudestix, it's like a blush in the shade Sunkissed, and I'm gonna use it on my eyes though. So I'm gonna put a bit, oh my god, my hand. I'm gonna put a bit on my hand, that's what it looks like. It's a beautiful blush. I'm so sorry if you're actually trying to follow this as a tutorial. Half the time when I do my makeup, it's like I sit down and I think, okay, as I go, I just make decisions. I'm not one to have a Pinterest board or something. I'm gonna take the same thing and do a bit on the bottom lash line. So again, tie it together. And then I'm gonna re-put on the white Heaven shade. It's still very matte and soft and bright, but it ties a bit more rose into it, which I think is more Valentine's Day, right? I'm trying. Final thing to do is the lips. I'm gonna take my trusty Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude Lip Liner, which is very dull. Absolutely destroy my lips when I'm using it. And then this Glossier product is one of my new favorites from them. It's one of their new shades of their Generation G line. They launched it, I think, in near December, but it's this perfect everyday nude color. I slap this on when I have no makeup on. I always keep it on me. It's in the shade Fuzz, and if you know the Clinique lip Black Honey, it's like that. It's like the only other lip aside from Black Honey where I'm instantly in love with, in that it can be paired with any look, in my opinion, and it's like your lips but better. So I'm gonna use this. It also gives a really nice like matte blur effect, but I think that ties to the eyes, the rosiness in the eyes nicely. That is my Valentine's Day look. Zoom you guys in a bit so you see the finished product. So I did kind of a peachy blush here, rosy lids with a pop of white. The lip, everything's very natural, but it's a bit of an extra something something for Valentine's Day. I hope you guys liked it. Sorry it was chaotic, it usually always is. I feel good in this look. It feels like me, I'm not changing too much. And I'm really into the no highlighter look. But yeah, thank you so much for watching if you made it this far. Hope you guys have a great Valentine's Day. Whether you have a partner or not, enjoy, love yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.